Welcome back, everybody, to another Is He 6'2" or 5'8" episode of Lockdown 23-1. I'm sorry, it's early. I don't know if you can tell, but this is kind of like my wake-up face. The older I get, the longer it takes for this thing to puff back out. Either way, today we got an unexpected side quest on Wes Watson once again. Just happened to be going through my list of videos on YouTube and seen a news crew speaking on the situation with some pretty decent arrest footage to go with it. So we're going to react to that. Not to mention I'll briefly break down his charges once again and who he is for the ones that don't know. Now, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. If you're new to the channel and enjoy all things lockup and crime related, then this is absolutely where you need to be. Hit that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave, and check out my playlist with many more videos for you to start watching today. Alright, so before we get into the video, like I said, let me break down exactly who this guy is briefly. Wes Watson is a prominent fitness influencer, motivational speaker, and former convict who rose to fame by documenting his transformation from a 10-year prison sentence to a multi-millionaire lifestyle. He's best known for his YouTube channel, GP Penitentiary Life, Wes Watson, and his book, Non-Negotiable, 10 Years Incarcerated, Creating the Unbreakable Mindset. Didn't know he had a book. Seems like his mind broke a bit with this situation that we're going to be speaking about today, if proven to be true, because you know everyone's innocent until proven guilty around here. Never know what could happen in the courtroom, but either way, he's a fitness influencer as well. You know, he has programs that you can sign up for. I hear they're pretty pricey, and many people say that they've been scammed by him or just had horrible dealings. You know, he's just making a lot of waves in different industries. But one thing's for sure, he started off speaking about how he wanted to help people stay focused, you know, remove all the static, I guess you could say, and be like the top alpha man that you could be. But that's about the bulk of it. Why we've been speaking about him so much. We're going to learn quite a bit, I think, from this one. After I react to this video, I'm going to break down exactly some key points that could affect him later down the road in a Florida courtroom. And it ain't looking good.
And we are seeing new video showing the moments a well-known fitness influencer was caught by cops.
He's facing a number of charges after police say he beat up his girlfriend. And local news Rosh Lowe live in Hallandale Beach with this exclusive story tonight. Rosh.
Damn, it's beautiful in Florida.
Has a massive following, in part because people are fascinated by his story. 2009, he goes to prison for, among other things, robbery.
Let me just fix something here. I think the bulk of his popularity comes from people saying that he's a complete liar. You know, if you're to ask me, I think that's where it all really started blowing up, on negativity. And it still, you know, keeps on going up off of more negativity. If he ever brings a life coach program your way, man, I'd run far away from it. But he did become popular, I will say that.
People are fascinated by his story. 2009, he goes to prison for, among other things, robbery, gets out in 2018, gets sober, creates this fitness brand, but now we're being brought back to March 17th when he was arrested for allegedly beating up his girlfriend, and it was so vicious, say police.
Vicious?
She had bruises all over her body.
Sir, step out of the vehicle.
Oh no.
Sir, I'm not gonna...
He's in that orange canopy lined car again.
Videos. This fitness
What's up with this camera body cam angle? Is this guy got no kneecaps? I mean, look, the guy who's arresting him only comes up to the top of the door. He's probably like 5'2". I don't know how tall them doors are these days on the, what is that, a Maybach? We'll get back to that in a second. But his body cam, who wears this? It's like it's on his belt. Almost like it's set up to show him tall, man. And Wes was like, look, back up. Put that cam down there a little lower. I got a 6'2", 240 reputation to uphold, buddy. See, these type of angles will make me throw conspiracy thoughts all throughout my mind. But back to the car. Who the hell in their right mind who's been to prison and jail would want bad luck going back to jail, orange color around them at any given time? Not me.
Influencer is now on video as Hallandale Beach police go to arrest him March 17th, and for the first time we're seeing that video.
He does look kind of tall from the angles though, y'all.
Two things. One is we need to serve a restraining order. What's that?
What's a restraining order? What's a restraining order?
Domestic violence restraining order.
Damn, man, those jeans look pricey. Was that polo or something? Man, I'm not a designer kind of guy, but it's definitely out of my budget.
Two things. One is we need to serve a restraining order on you.
What's a restraining order?
What's that?
What's a restraining order? What's a restraining order?
Domestic violence restraining order.
Police say he beat his girlfriend, including forcibly slamming her head into a table. According to the police report, it was all because she went to a Miami Heat game without Watson and wore a shirt that showed cleavage. Police say he said he paid for her breast implants, that she was disrespectful for having them out, also accused her of cheating on him, cops said.
And we broke all this down in my live stream the other day. If you want to go run it back, you know, what the police report said. It was very gruesome. But one thing I will say again is, why are you going to get someone or pay for them to have fake breasts and then get mad when they wear tops or something going out in public, you know, showing them? What do you want them to wear, a turtleneck now? I guess if all this comes out to be true, you know, Wesley thought those things were just for him in his eyes.
He's trying to get money from me, guys. Okay. I have the screenshots of this. I have screenshots. Hey, call my lawyer. Call my lawyer.
Watson was out on bond for allegedly taking part in a violent fight in Miami when investigators say he left his girlfriend with bruises all over her body.
I'm honest. I have a screenshot of it.
He boasts a fitness coaching program online that promises people to become the man you admire.
Oh, no.
Being cuffed, pleading with the officers.
You know they do this. Bro, you know they do this, right?
Who's that?
You guys know they do this. These chicks set my up.
Set him up, he said. Set him up.
Now, what's also interesting here is that Watson remains behind bars. The reason for that, and I mentioned this in the story, he was out on bond for another case in Miami.
Yeah, and I believe what he's speaking on is that gym fight that left Homeboy's face like a Goodyear blimp. I'll say it again, it was bad. Now that's a wrap for the news channel. Let me break down a situation that could affect old Wes Watson in the courtroom if he's found guilty. Man, I can't even imagine being in old Wesley's shoes. I'd be feeling so sick to my stomach every time I woke up, like I'm in a bad dream. I've had nightmares in prison of getting sentenced to life in prison. And then I woke up in prison realizing I'm about to be released from prison in about 2 weeks. It's absolutely terrifying having those dreams. You know, so I can only imagine having these fresh kind of crimes, man, is probably tormenting Wes in all kinds of ways. Not to mention, like I said, something that could really play a big factor in his sentencing if he's found guilty. A lot of y'all already know that he has a long criminal record in California. I believe a violent robbery, if I remember correctly. Don't quote me on that. People might say that won't affect him in Florida. It says yes. A prior conviction for a violent felony in California can significantly impact sentencing for subsequent violent crimes in Florida. Under Florida Statute 77.084, out-of-state convictions are treated as qualified offenses and integrated into Florida's point-based sentencing system, and more points generally lead to a higher probability and longer duration of prison time. Habitual violent felony offender. If a person has a prior conviction for an enumerated violent felony, such as murder, kidnapping, or arson, in another state, they may be designated as HVFO. This status allows the court to impose intended terms of imprisonment and mandatory minimum sentences. Also, they have violent career criminal, VCC, and prison release reoffender, PRR. You can go into depth on that on your own. I'm just trying to say that yes, your crimes in California could potentially like double or possibly bury you in prison in Florida if you're convicted of these crimes, man. If you're as me, man, I'd be feeling sick to my stomach. I kind of am for them right now, man. I lost my appetite. I was hungry. But that's about the bulk of it, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to hear your input in the comment section below. And don't forget to tap that like, subscribe, notification bell before you leave. We got like, I think less than 2,000. You might see a little more, but on my side, less than 2,000 to go. For the 1 million subscribers, man, I cannot believe it. And we did it pretty much, you know, all, you know, for the most part, drama-free. Stayed out the way, man, did our own program, and learned a lot along the way. Most importantly, though, we're all still free.